First, Joseph is resilient because he maintains his sense of focuses on his responsibility. Second, he focuses on others. Third, what we're going to see is we're going to see his confidence in God. Never loses it. Verse 8, we had a dream, they said, but there's no one to interpret them. And Joseph said to them, don't interpretations belong to God? Tell me your dreams. See the humility? How easy it would be for Joseph to say, I'm pretty good with dreams. I have been interpreting dreams since I was a kid. Tell me your dreams, I can do it. But he doesn't. Joseph says, dream interpretations belong to Elohim, to the God of the Hebrews. He can interpret them. I know not everybody appreciates it probably when professional athletes give glory to God, but I do. You know, I'm thankful that we could watch the playoffs this year and know that there were so many quarterbacks in the playoffs who were giving glory to Jesus, following him. And C.J. Stroud, for instance, after defeating my dad's Cleveland Browns, the first thing he did was express thanks to Jesus Christ, and other NFL players expressed their appreciation for his boldness. He said afterward, I'm not doing it to look cool. I'm doing it because that's what God has called me to do. That's the spirit of Joseph. God's called me to bring him glory, to show honor to him. Jesus said, let your light shine before people so they'll see your good deeds and give you glory and think you're a good person. No, see your good deeds and give glory to God. Joseph says, I can, God can. Confident in God. And I think he's also resilient because he just keeps using his gifts to serve God. Verse 9, so the chief cupbearer told the dream to Joseph, in my dream there was a vine in front of me. On the vine were 3 branches. It budded, the blossoms came out, its clusters ripened. Pharaoh's cup was in my hand. I took the grapes and squeezed them into Pharaoh's cup and then placed the cup in Pharaoh's hand. This is the interpretation, Joseph said. 3 branches, 3 days. In 3 days, Pharaoh will lift up your head and restore you to your position, and you'll put Pharaoh's cup in his hand the way that you used to when you were his cupbearer. No matter where Joseph is, he just continues to serve. What can I do to help? I had a mentor who used to say, a mentor when I was in college said, people get out of sorts in the church because they get out of a job. Sometimes he'd say the most unhappy people in the church are just people who aren't serving. They have a kind of a consumer mentality. People need to serve, and then they own the church. Joseph keeps serving. When you get knocked down, the natural instinct is often to withdraw, to say, I need people to serve me. I need people to help me. Joseph could have done that. I'm a slave in prison. What do you have to offer me? Who's going to help me? But instead he says, I'm in prison. I'm the Lord's servant. How can I serve? I can't do a lot, but I can do what I can. Joseph then, God reveals the dream to Joseph, and Joseph adds afterward, verse 14, but when all goes well for you, would you remember that I was with you? Note here, they don't know this story. Joseph hasn't been whining to everybody. He has to tell the story now. They've not heard it before. Please show kindness to me by mentioning me to Pharaoh and get me out of prison. For I was kidnapped in the land of the Hebrews, and even here I have done nothing that should put me in the dungeon.